Sinbad is learning to walk again 2 years after stroke, family says. Good to see my second favorite genie on the mend. Met him at a convention in Vegas and we had a really cool conversation about behavioral psychology. He's a good man and I hope he's doing well. Good to see that things have gone from Sinbad to Sinbetter. Gif il elks 2 BDMJ0 co-downsized. Saw him in Portland at the Laugh Factory in like 2018. Such a solid set and a seriously funny dude. His comedy never really gets to that offensive just to be offensive caliber but never felt sterile either. Just a man who's good at his craft. Wishing him and his close ones the best. I am happy to read this news. I also got happy when he made an appearance on season 4 of Atlanta. I hope he continues to recover successfully. My mom loved him, like that he worked clean. The stroke wasn't good, but the hemorrhagic conversion and craniotomy that was necessary as a result were the real daggers here. This man's been through a lot, I wish him the best. Home of the big booty burger Mr. Wheat. Sinbad is a legend. A few years back he did a guest spot on, probably one of the most difficult to get into podcasts, Hollywood Handbook. Part of the issue is the two hosts play exaggerated versions of themselves, and will be obtusely sarcastic and idiotic at times. There is an infamous episode with Pauly Shore where he just didn't get the joke and stormed out. Sinbad came on with his daughter, and was immediately in on the joke and understood how to play along. IDK whether he was a fan before he went on the show, or is just that on all the time but he was amazing. Oh it's the pain huh? My bad. You know I ain't know you was hurtin' like that. My bad. 'Cause I've hurt before, you've hurt before. We all hurt. I may just break it down now, introduce myself right. That's Rob. I'm Sinbad. They're my headshot. I will autograph for you a little later on. And this is Sinbad's You My Bitch. I saw Sinbad a couple of years ago doing stand-up comedy. I was not expecting to laugh so hard. I was used to watching him in those cheesy 90s movies and never knew of his stand-up comedy that my expectations were really low. My fiancée and I still reminisce on how hilarious he was. I'm glad that he is doing well and hope that I get another chance to see him. Houseguest is in my top 3 favorite comedies of all time. Nobody talks about it though, and I doubt most people here have heard of it. If not, you should check it out. It's Phil Hartman and Sinbad. They have the best chemistry I have ever seen on screen. My Mill met Sinbad when she used to work for BOA. She told him that she thought he was very funny and he hooked her up with tickets to his show. WTF? I didn't even know he was having any health issues. Poor guy, please get better Sinbad. This is Sinbad's house, when you in Sinbad's house, you my bitch. That's what's up, the guy is a legend and carried my childhood. Dude made an entire kid-friendly stand-up special that was legit funny lol. This makes me singled. Damn man, dude was my childhood. Love Sinbad. Here's to a full recovery, sir. As someone who suffered a stroke almost 10 years ago and had balance problems for a couple of weeks, I pray for his recovery. Learning how to walk, especially going up and down stairs, was really tough and tiring for me. Even after this long, I have trouble remembering things. Didn't know he was still alive. Thought he died years ago. Good to see he is still around. Get well man. Things are going from Sinbad to Sinbetter. Added oh man, someone already beat me to the stolen Norm Macdonald joke. May his success continue. I missed when he had this stroke, glad to hear he's doing better. On another note, he has a bit about being older and being with someone close to your age can recognize the signs of stroke. Dude's a comedic genius. Excellent setup and delivery. I hope he makes a full recovery. It pains me to see that even a well-off celebrity will be made bankrupt and needs to ask for help to pay for medical bills. The USA needs free healthcare. I'm still trying to recover from the fact that Sinbad was never in a genie movie called Shazam. The Cherokee Kid will ride again. My dad had a stroke and let me tell you they are no joke. My dad forgot who I was for 2 years and it was depressing as hell. Some make a full recovery and some don't. I am really glad Sinbad is recovering. Sinbad had a stroke? On Jingle All the Way after the bomb he faked explodes. That was actually a bomb? This is a sick world we're living in. Sick world. Great news, good luck on your road back. Work hard sir. I was never impressed by him but I wish him well. At least he was in the business of making people laugh and that is a huge talent. Get well soon. Good for him, but when is Shazam 2 coming out? He was a great ghost on American Dad. Glad to see he's getting Sin back on his feet. I didn't know he even had a stroke. Nice to know things are going from Sinbad to Sin better. Get well. Sinbad, you were right. I'm glad that you had people who knew the signs of stroke. I hope that you make it to Seattle one of these days. Mondo Burger, home of the Big Booty Burger. I don't know much about Sinbad, but I'll always know him as the male guy from Jingle All the Way. In his special Where You At, he proudly proclaims having a partner that can read the signs of stroke. So good job, Sinbad. I didn't know it was that bad. I loved Sinbad growing up. Pulling for you, big fella. Switch Reloaded, Steph and Rob. Reboot Shazam. I haven't heard Sinbad's name in years, and this is the second time today I heard it for totally unrelated reasons. Saw him live a couple years ago. Dude came out. Made a couple of jokes. Then spent 2 hours answering questions from the audience. Hearing their problems and offering solutions. It was the funniest comedy show I've ever seen. Nothing planned or rehearsed. Dude was just naturally funny. Been an admirer of his for a long time and hope he can recover from this. I forgot about this. May you find your way to independent mobility. People think you have to be edgy or blue to be a good comedian. There's a reason why people like guys like Sinbad or Jeff Foxworthy, even though their styles are very different. Comedy like that plays to the masses because it's easy to relate to, easy to listen to, and easy to introduce to other people. I watched a lot of Comedy Central as a kid and I loved Sinbad. I hope he continues to mend. Dude looks like one of the portraits in Booster Tower. So Shazam is actually alive? Met Sinbad and his family in passing some years ago in Arizona. Great dude. Wishing him a speedy recovery. Better to recover from a stroke than to die suddenly. Seems a lot of that is going around. Was always a fan of his dating back to Brain Damage. Finally saw him live in 2019 and he was great. I met him briefly after his set and he was incredibly nice. Best of luck. Learning to walk can be a mother if you associate a crazy fear with it. As irrational as it is, you're worried you're going to fall constantly. With insurance not covering the full costs of his therapy. And I imagine his insurance isn't what we would label as bad. Fucking dumb. Insurance is literally evil. Nope, we can't pay to give him quality of life, even though he paid us large monthly sums when he was in good health. That doesn't make any sense. How do you deny somebody a full course of physical, occupational, and speech therapy after a massive brain event? Give him and his family emotional therapy as well. They all went through trauma in his endeavor to survive and recover. Wow, didn't even know he had a stroke. Tough road. Glad he is progressing. I saw him tell a joke about how hard it was to suck a McDonald's shake through a straw. I'm sure he meant a Wendy's Frosty, but the whole routine was off. Velp, I guess he's not dead. I swore he was dead. Must have just been his career. Sending good vibes to the man, but for real, delete that Instagram photo ASAP. Sinbad, walk good. I honestly though he died like 12 years ago. I'm so happy Sinbad is doing well. He was always one of my favorites while growing up. Am the only one that thought he had died years ago? I never saw the first Learning to Walk Again and now they've made a sequel? No idea he was still alive. I kind of thought Sinbad was dead, so this is double good news. Looks like things have gone from Sinbad to Sin worse. Guess he should run for Senate in Pennsylvania.